Thank you very much, Mayor Butler. I add my congratulations to all of those groups responsible for this great event today in honor of those who have served and those who still serve. Chaplain, thank you for your inspiring words. To our great singer, to the color guard, to the scouts, to the VFW Post 1177 under the command of Ray Del Pesce. He's my boss when I go to the VFW meetings. I say to all the dignitaries here, I will not single you out as the mayor has done so very, very well, but thank you for your service at the federal, state, and local level. Appreciate it. Appreciate your support of veterans and ask you to continue to do that. As far as other dignitaries are concerned, everybody here is a VIP. Do not forget that. Whether you're in the front row or whether you're back next to the quarter ton, yes, the Jeep, you are a VIP. Everybody is. Today marks 150 years of honoring Memorial Day, and we gather to recognize those who have gone before us in service to nation. Members of the armed forces, law enforcement, firefighters, EMTs, and families of those who have served in uniform. As stated by Lieutenant Colonel Ben Lapari from the 192nd Explosive Ordnance Demolition, the day we fail to remember to honor our fallen, the day we forget that we serve a higher purpose than just ourselves, that is the day we lose focus. Focus on what it means to be a soldier. From 1775 to 2016, Americans have fought in some 83 conflicts, some large, some small, but the sacrifice of all those fallen heroes should not and cannot be forgotten. Not only our fallen comrades do we recognize and honor, but we salute those who serve today in harm's way, in war zones across our globe, or in dangerous situations here in our homeland. Leesburg, Loudoun County, the Commonwealth of Virginia, all are rich in history of service to nation. A few examples of this richness in local history: 1758, Act of the Virginia Assembly established the town of Leesburg. Those pioneers, men, women, children, worked hard, sacrificed, and suffered as they built our community, our county, our commonwealth, and our nation. The War of 1812. Leesburg was, in fact, the temporary location of the National Archives of the United States, housing the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and George Washington's correspondence, and much, much more. 1813 brought the act of incorporation of the town of Leesburg. 1823, President James Monroe lived near town at Oak Hill, where he wrote the historic Monroe Doctrine. These are but a few of the many important dates for Leesburg and the surrounding area. A few key periods since the turn of the 20th century: intensely patriotic citizens of Leesburg recognize returning World War I veterans and their fallen comrades on the 25th of July of 1919. 1941, General George C. Marshall and his wife Catherine bought Loudoun Manor as a weekend retreat. Today, the George C. Marshall International Center is very active as a museum and pays tribute to veterans through history and a very vibrant lecture series. In 1946, some of you may remember or have heard about it from relatives, television star Arthur Godfrey had property near the Leesburg airport, and he supported not only military veterans, but local law enforcement and hospitals. How did he do this? As he donated the first two-way radio system for the Sheriff's Department and the first ambulance for Loudoun Hospital. He further paved the way for construction of Dulles International Airport, used even today for returning veterans and their families. 1969, a local man from the Herndon Leesburg area, Colonel Wes Fox, United States Marine Corps, Semper Fi, was awarded the Medal of Honor for heroic action in Vietnam. Speaking after the President awarded him the Medal of Honor, Colonel Fox said he accepted it in honor of his comrades, many of whom had fallen in service to nation, and they are among the many we recognize here today. 2015, Virginia National Guard, represented by Staff Sergeant Roberts, Company C, 3rd Battalion, 116th Infantry Regiment, located right here in Leesburg, deployed to the Middle East to Qatar. One of many, many examples of their service to nation. And today we recognize those soldiers. Sergeant Roberts, please make sure those deployed know they were recognized today by the great members, citizens of the city of Leesburg. And we recognize not only them, but we include their families, several of whom are here today, and the employers who support them, many of whose businesses are represented. Just last month, April 2016, a Police Valor Award ceremony took place for outstanding service and heroism, and I will tell you that that to me is something that we all need to be very proud of as we recognize them and the fallen members of the law enforcement community. Standing ready every day are firefighters from the Leesburg Volunteer Fire Department, who are in harm's way with every sounding of a siren that we hear most often in the comfort of our homes. Leesburg community support has been and is great as we remember our fallen heroes and those who serve today in harm's way. I want to close with a poem, and I ask that you allow me to read this poem. Freedom isn't free. I watched the flag pass by one day. It fluttered in the breeze. A young soldier saluted it. Then he stood at ease. I looked at him in uniform, so young, so tall, so proud, with hair cut square and eyes alert. He'd stand out in any crowd. I thought how many men like him had fallen through the years. How many died on foreign soil. How many mothers' tears. How many pilots' planes shot down. How many ships now gone. No, freedom isn't free. I heard the sound of taps one night when everything was still. I listened to the bugler play and felt a sudden chill. I wondered just how many times that taps had meant amen. When a flag had draped a coffin of a brother or a friend, I thought of all the children, of the mothers and the wives, of fathers, sons, and husbands with interrupted lives. I thought about a graveyard at the bottom of the sea of unmarked graves in Arlington. No, freedom isn't free. I ask that you now join me and bow our heads in a moment of silence for all of our fallen heroes, wherever they may be resting today and watching over us. I now stand tall and salute all. God bless you. God bless all of those who have fallen in service to nation and those who serve today in harm's way. And God bless the United States of America.